complete first on Isaac Collins. And that may be trouble. Tonight, 4-3, Lake Orr, she'll break away. And she'll slide in under. And speaking of Braden, we talked him into existence. He'll dump it off. A lot of good athletes. 54-25 here at the end of the third quarter, live from Murphy High School. Kevin Hensley with you here on behalf of the Graham Star Sports Network. We welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of Robbinsville and Murphy Smoky Mountain Conference basketball action here on GrahamStarSports.com. Just want to check in with you guys and thank all of you for joining our pay-per-view live stream tonight, helping support our efforts here at the Graham Star. And of course, we'll be back with live commentary at the beginning of the varsity action, which will follow, of course, the JV boys matchup. If you are just now tuning in, the opener this afternoon, which we did bring to you, was the JV girls game. And, of course, the Murphy Lady Bulldogs picked up a 49-19 victory in the opener. Let's go back down to the floor. The buzzers are sounding, and it looks like we're ready for the fourth quarter of the JV boys matchup. And the Robbinsville Black Knights leading 54-25. Just wanted to check in and thank all of you for being with us here on GrahamStarSports.com. Pass complete. First on to Isaac Collins. And that may be trouble. Tonight. 4-3. Lincoln Orr shall break away. And she'll slide in under. And speaking of Braden, we talked him into existence. He'll dump it off. It's a lot of good athletes. And live from Murphy High School, you are watching the Graham Star Sports Network, your exclusive home for tonight's Smoky Mountain Conference matchups featuring the Murphy Bulldogs and, of course, your Robbinsville Black Knights. Up first, of course, here in the varsity matchups are the girls' game featuring the Robbinsville Lady Knights and the Murphy Lady Bulldogs. Two programs tonight, fans, that are battling for a middle spot, of course, in the divisional standings. And we're about 2 minutes or so, give or take, from opening tip-off tonight here at Murphy High School. Very glad that all of you could join us here on the road this afternoon. Hey, fans, how you doing? Kevin Hensley, first time I've been able to be on the air with you guys in quite some time, as you well know, and very privileged, and want to thank, of course, Murphy High School, the athletic director, Joseph Watson, here, and all the staff and crew for allowing us to set up shop and do what we do best, and that's bring you pay-per-view basketball here on GrahamStarSports.com. Pay-per-view coverage, I should qualify that, of course, of Robbinsville Knights Athletics. That's what we love to do here in Graham County. Of course, as the Robbinsville, North Carolina only media source, we love to broadcast and bring all the spotlight we can to these wonderful athletes here in Graham County. We're about to go to the floor, though, because it's crunch time, baby. If you've been with us throughout the night, we've already brought you both the JV matchups. Now it's time to get to the dance. And don't worry, fans, stay tuned. We've got the varsity boys game. That will determine who will be the Smoky Mountain Conference champion this season. And we'll talk more about that as we get to the nightcap here in Cherokee County.
Athletic Association of Murphy High School. Welcome to today's game. We remind you of the NCHSTA's initiative, sportsmanship. Together we make the right call. Profanity, sex, racial, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed to anyone in this contest venue will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Help us make the right call by exhibiting good sportsmanship throughout the event, regardless of personal feelings or loyalties during this contest. Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call. If you would try for a moment of silence, remove your hat for the national anthem performed by Murphy's own Ella Howell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, now comes bursting in.
The starting lineup for Robbinsville, Lady Black Knights. Number 3, Ware. Number 10, Salem Chamberlain. Number 12, Salem Phillips. Number 15, Aaliyah Wolf. Number 44, Bentley Brilliant. Lady Black Knights coach is Brooklyn Lester. Right to the ball, please.
Certainly a lively atmosphere here at Murphy High School as we're back live with you fans for the Lady Knights and the Lady Bulldogs. Set to square off here this evening. Opening tip is up and we are off and running. Opening tip comes at 6:17 p.m. in real time here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Shot goes out, and it will be Robbinsville basketball. Murphy won the opening tip, but that's about as far as it got. And it will be Leah Wolf running point here on the opening play. Looks like Zaylee Chickley, the normal starting point guard for Robbinsville this season, is running the shooting guard position. Ball is plucked away by the Bulldogs. Low basket pass inside to, I believe that was Emma Hensley that had it, but the ball is stolen by Bentley Riggins. And we've got a high-octane offense on both sides. A lot of quick action to begin things tonight here in Murphy. Quick passes. Emma Laney works her way in the paint and back out to Emma Hensley in the corner. Abby Ware will get the rebound and make sure she's got a clear path before she works her way back up the floor. Pass outside to Zaylin Phillips. That'll miss, but a pass and a cleanup job by Riggins for two will get Robbinsville on the board. And that's your first points of the game, fans. Welcome everyone once again to Murphy High School for the regular season finale for the Black Knights. And it gives me chill bumps just to be alive once again here on GramStarSports.com. Candy White, outside kick to Emma Laney for three, and it's nothing but net. Lady Bulldogs take a 3-2 advantage here in the opening stanza. Once again, fans, we brought you both JV matchups, so we're going to recap that, but the starting lineups got called out a little quick. Still had a minute left on the clock and thought we had more time. Ball plucked away by the Bulldogs. Let's stay with this. And a little bit of trouble on the floor. And two off the steal. Murphy up 5-2 here in the opening quarter. Leah Wolf still at point. Zaylee Chickalilly, who had 25 points last week at Swain County on Thursday. And Riggins will get the basket. Will it count? I believe they're going to call the foul on the floor. They did, so that negates the basket. But Riggins will inbound at 5-2 is the score. Wolf for 2 will get the job done and makes it 5-4 off the inbound. Laney's moving at a breakneck pace here in the first quarter. Quick kick outside. Laney again. Corner 3 will miss this time. Rebounded by Emma Hensley. Kick aside by Ellie McClure, excuse me. Kennedy White will feed it outside. There is Charlie Stalkup. Wolf guarding her, but she gets it inside to Ellie McClure anyhow. Foul called. And it's going to be a shooting foul as Bentley Riggins is ring up for the first Robbinsville infraction of the ball game. 4:56 left to play here in the first quarter. And the first one will miss. Second one off as well, but Emma Hensley will get a hold of it. Pulls it away from a double team effort by the Lady Knights. And 3 from outside for Charlie Stalkup. And the Bulldogs are up 8-4 here in the first quarter. Rebound, and looks like a junk ball called on the floor by the officials. It is going to be Robbinsville basketball inbounding under their own basket. Pass to Zaylin Phillips. She'll get 2 off the inbound from Abby Ware. Now I'll trim the deficit down to 2 for Robbinsville. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast for the varsity game, Zaylee Chickalilly will get the board. Both teams battling more or less here for a 4th and 5th place spot in the conference, respectively. Both teams just trying to maintain a 500 record in the conference. As Riggins will get 2 off of Chickalilly's feed on the interior. It's 4 for Riggins tonight. And a double dribble call by official Carl Junaluska. And Miss Ware will inbound it in front of the Robbinsville stands, which are pretty well full tonight. A lot of people in attendance driving down from Graham County this evening, knowing the importance of this matchup. Now, you heard me qualify this as Robbinsville's regular season finale. It's not the last game for Murphy. Talk to you more about that in just a moment, as well as Phillips is fouled on the rebound. The foul goes against Ellie McClure for the Lady Bulldogs. That is her second of the ball game, second overall for the Bulldogs. Phillips will sink her first and give Robbinsville the advantage. Murphy will have to make the trip tomorrow to Rosman to complete the regular season. Winter weather has just wreaked absolute havoc on Western North Carolina this winter season, I should say, during the winter sports season, as Emma Laney drains another 3, and the seesaw battle continues. It's 11-9 Bulldogs. Robbinsville is done after tonight, and we'll just wait to see where the seeding lands. And a 2-shot foul coming again. Foul is called, I believe, on Miss Laney. If I read Mr. Junaluska's hands right on the motion to the table. It's the 3rd foul overall for Murphy. Zachlin Chickalilly is at the line, and yes, there is a relation. Zaylee and Zachlin are, in fact, sisters. And we have a meeting of the minds here. Not sure what's going on. 2:52 left to go here in the first quarter. In the JV openers, I'll get to this eventually. It was a split bill. The Murphy JV girls picked up a 49-19 victory, and the Robbinsville JV boys now stand at, if you can believe this, fans, 18-1, 63-29 victory over Murphy. Foul was against Emma Hensley. That was her first of the night. As Miss Chickalilly Zacklin, make sure we get that right, goes 1 for 2 at the line, and it's a 1-point ball game. Three for Kennedy White, and she'll match her jersey number nicely. 14-10 Bulldogs. We are in the crow's nest here at Murphy High School, so we are actually sprawled out right over top of the home bleacher area, so we can't see the scores table. It's directly below us, obstructed from view, as Abby Ware will get 2 off of the pass from Zaylee Chickalilly. That's 2 assists now for Chickalilly, and Ware's first trip to the basket. And Hensley will maintain control. But I can promise you, fans, the stands are just as packed below us here in Cherokee County, the westernmost school in North Carolina that has the 2A classification. Murphy High School. Double dribble called on Charlie Stalkup. And a sub coming in, that is Ella Howard. That will trot onto the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. Inbound is coming for Murphy. And now Zaylee Chickalilly will take her usual spot as the point guard, a freshman for the Lady Knights. And she'll immediately try for a 3, and she'll get it. Chickalilly's threes are typically no doubters. You rarely ever see her even hit the backboard, much less the back of the rim. They're usually all net. And in relief, 2 for Ella Howard. And boy, is Murphy and Robbinsville putting on an offensive showcase here in the first quarter. Or are they, I should say. Junk ball is called by head official tonight. That is Todd Doolittle. 16-15. Murphy at the moment, double team in the corner by Chickalilly and Ware, and it cost Candy White. She cost it up on a travel. 1:03 to go. Robbinsville only 1 foul here in the opening quarter. Murphy has 3. Chickalilly again tries for another 3, no dice. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Aaliyah Wolf. Gary Thompson all the way out on the floor, the head coach for the Murphy Bulldogs. Boy, he coaches these girls so hard, and much to their credit, they do respond in kind, to say the very least. And another 2 dumped off, this one from Emma Laney. 3-point ball game advantage in favor of the Bulldogs. 38 seconds to go in the first. And the Euro step gets a lot of unpleasant calls and hisses from the Murphy faithful here below us. They want a travel call. Refs did not blow the whistle. And onward we go. You be the judge at home. Action's moving way too fast to disseminate from our vantage point. These girls came to play tonight, I know that. A lot of pride whenever these two programs match up. Zaylee Chickalilly will get the rebound. Skulk her way out of trouble. Quick feed to Abby Ware at the top of the key. 6 seconds left to go. They're going to have to do something quick. Ware drives around the right side, kicks it out. 3 to Zaylee Chickalilly at the buzzer. And it's off. Murphy emerges with an 18-15 advantage as we step aside on the Graham Star Sports Network. Fans, have you checked out geosnapshot.com/Graham Star Sports? What you waiting for? We've got at least 2.5 years of archives featuring photos of your favorite athlete. And hey, the story on the screen tells it all. $2.69 a pop. Digital delivery directly to your inbox. There's no reason not to check out geosnapshot.com/Graham Star Sports. Second quarter is underway. It's 18-15 Murphy as we are live from Murphy High School here in Cherokee County, North Carolina. Zaylin Phillips tries to clean up the trash, not once but twice. On the second attempt, she does so and draws the foul. Go for the M1 here in just a moment. It could tie the game up. Emma Hensley checks back in. All right, all of you have checked in with us here on this Thursday night. Our first varsity basketball broadcast of the season. And we picked a good one to bring to you. It's the regular season finale. Now, we are working to try and secure broadcasting rights to the tournament finales because Murphy is hosting the conference tournament this year as well here at Murphy High School. So if a Robbinsville team gets to the tournament finale, we hope to bring it to you. We'll have it here on pay-per-view, same way you bought it tonight, and we'll see how things shake out. And hopefully we have a double bill. Hopefully we have Robbinsville's girls and Robbinsville's boys. In the tournament championship. Zachlyn Chickalilly going for the battle, and herself and Miss Stalkup are called for a deadlock. 7:17 to go. It is Murphy ball on the possession call. Kenny Watt will bring it up the floor. And that one just jumps out of bounds. A little miscommunication there, I'm sure. No one was even there to grab the ball in time. Abby Ware inbounds it to Aaliyah Wolf, who is still at point at the moment. So they're changing things up tonight are the Lady Knights under first-year head coach Brooklyn Lester. Certainly talk a little bit about her. It's our first game of the season to be able to have a chance to talk about the 23-year-old Lester that has stepped in as the new head coach. Rebound by Aaliyah Wolf. Phillips tries an inside pass at the baseline to Zachlyn Chickalilly, but it is intercepted by Emma Hensley. And a little entanglement under the net. And a substitution coming. That is going to be Novi Dutcher tagging in for the Lady Knights. She's going to give Aaliyah Wolf a little bit of a breather, so like Miss Zaley will take over at point. And Phillips is fouled as she goes to the basket. Still a 1-point ball game. Both offenses started off hot. Two-shot foul coming. That is the second foul of the ball game on Kennedy White. Murphy's already committed 3 infractions here in the second quarter. Robbinsville is squeaky clean in the stanza. Phillips misses her first attempt. But she makes her second to tie it up at 18 all. Phillips 2 for 5 tonight from the charity stripe. And how about that? Zaylee Chickalilly just strips it away. Misses the layup. Put back by Zaylin Phillips will get the job done. And Robbinsville takes a 20-18 lead. And another steal, this time by Zaylin Phillips, and immediately Emma Laney reaches across and pauses for a foul. We're still the game for Miss Phillips. She has 3 rebounds, a steal, and assist. 8 points. Ball is inbound, and Novi Dutcher will come into your screen. There we go. Drive inside, and Miss Chicklily stumbled. So Zaylee Chicklily will travel, and that's going to bring it into Robbinsville's possession. First foul of the ball game, if you keep a score at home, on Emma Laney, by the way, moments ago. And Miss Ellie Smith will drive to the basket, come up empty-handed. Rebound by Abby Ware. Jump ball call should be Robbinsville or Murphy's ball, excuse me, and it is. Bentley Riggins will come in for Zachlin Chickalilly. And on will we roll here on GramStarSports.com. Glad all of you have chosen to join us here tonight. You that are watching are exactly the reason why we do it. High arcing layup for the rebound, and take two. We'll send Laney to the floor. Foul called. And it was on Abby Ware. That is her first of the night. And the first for Robbinsville in the second quarter. Second overall of the ball game for the Lady Knights. And Laney will make her first. Excuse me, I accidentally took a point away. That makes it 2019. Running a solo show up here on the production side. Bella Eddings is on the floor. Getting some extra awesome shots for the Graham Star on our photo website. We're all knotted up at 20 apiece. Timeout called with 4:41 left before the break. We're back live, everyone. 4:41 to play before halftime. It's knotted up at 20 apiece. And you're watching it in the only place you can tonight, the Graham Star Sports Network. Ball stolen away. And the shot airmailed, excuse me. Bentley Riggins will get the rebound. And the foul goes against Zaylin Phillips. And I mean, when I'm talking about inbound right under us, it's right under us. Rebound now by Ella Howard. Ellie Smith picks it outside. As we understand, some of you might be having some connectivity issues. Our stream quality on the video might be a little bit choppy at the moment. We will look into that at halftime as Zaylin Phillips gets the rebound. We apologize for that. Not sure what's going on our end. We have a crystal clear picture, but we cannot see any buffering issues. But we will check into that at the break, find out what's going on. We'll bring you the highest quality stream that we can. We'll troubleshoot at the break. Rebound off the three-point attempt. And a little bit too much basketball. That one goes out of bounds. Abby Ware will get a spot inbound to Zaylee Chickalilly. And the ball eventually comes careening down. Ball goes out, last touched by Murphy. 2:47 left to go before halftime. Dutcher to Zaylee Chickalilly, high three. Rebound by Riggins. Here comes another attempt at it by Chickalilly, no dice. And Riggins again on her second rebound attempt under the basket on this series will get fouled, and she'll go to the line. And I believe the foul is on Eiley Smith. That is her first of the night. And the fifth for the Murphy Lady Bulldogs in this quarter. First one misses. Checking in is junior Ansley Roper for Murphy. She will be relieving Ella Howard, senior small forward. And immediately she grabs the rebound. Jump ball is called. No, I beg your pardon. A foul is called on Zaylin Phillips. That's her second of the ball game. 2:32 to go. Miss Riggins goes 0 for 2 at the line. And onward we go here in the second quarter. Still a tied ball game, 20-20. And Smith got in trouble right here below us. Inside feed will miss. Ansley Roper showing a lot of aggression on that rebound. And let's see, another foul goes on Robbinsville. They're going to rack up Zaylin Phillips again. That's her third foul. And she's going to have a seat. She's gotten rung up on several fouls here in this quarter. Emma Laney to Charlie Stalkup. Ball loose. Stalkup cleans it up. Ansley Roper fouled as she shoots. And Abby Ware will get charged with her second foul of the night. Both teams now in the bonus. We'll recall last year the rules changed, and 5 fouls is a bonus. The bonus and double bonus thing is just kaput. It's ancient history. It doesn't exist anymore. What you have now is just five fouls is a bonus, and you get 2 shots. The end. Forever and ever. And how about that? Ansley Roper goes 0 for 2. So we're still tied 20-20. The game started 18-15 Murphy at the end of the first quarter. And I think we've got, well, I don't know what we got. It looks like assistant coach Paige Jones for Robbinsville is out on the floor at the baseline wiping up some sweat, and they stopped the game so she could do so after an inbound. That's a little unusual, but okay. All right, they'll inbound it to half court, and we'll resume play anyway. I'll do the math for you real quick. That makes this a 5-2 quarter advantage Robbinsville after an 18-15 start to this ball game. Well, change the narrative. How about 8-2 following a 3 from Zaylee Chickalilly? Give the assist to Abby Ware. And a 2 in response from Ansley Roper. So Murphy keeping on the trail, but they are down by 1 now. Three again. Chickalilly just casually pulls up. That's her third long-range shot of the ball game. Like I said, fans, those 25 points that I mentioned that she had at Swain County last Thursday, 5 of those, of course, equaling out to 15 points. So 15 of the 25 came from beyond the arc. 26-22 your score here in the second quarter. And a high arcing three from Ellie McClure. That will not get the job done. It's off. Rebounded by Charlie Stalkup. Here's Ellie Smith. Double team pressure by Zaylee Chickalilly and Abby Ware. She gets the ball out. McClure again, no dice to Emma Laney. It's off. Rebounded by Zaylee Chickalilly. Quick feed in to Bentley Riggins, who can't reel it in. It goes out of bounds. 22 seconds left before the entrance to the locker room. 26-22, Robbinsville. I'm my best to keep you guys apprised in case things are choppy. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's all about. How about three for C.J. Yarborough? Murphy, short time. NBA three for Chickalilly will come up short. And we'll go to the break. Robbinsville has edged out a 26-25 advantage. All right, fans, we're back live for the second half of basketball. 26-25 is the score, and Robbinsville is at a driver's seat. But only ever so slightly. Things can still go either way here at the moment. And we are live and back with you as Robbinsville gets the inbound here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Glad all of you have joined us here from Murphy High School. And Abby Ware with the cleanup. And she draws the foul on the attempt. Misses the and one. Third foul of the night on Kendi White. Robbinsville leads by 3. Foul called. That goes on Novi Dutcher for Robbinsville. I believe that is her first of the ball game, and it is. And the inbound will occur right here below us. Looks like we've got a timeout call. 30-second pause by Murphy coach Gary Thompson. Stay with us, everybody. And we're back live. Ellie McClure goes for 2. And looks like Zaylee Chickalilly will bring it down. And the basket inside by Abby Ware. Robbinsville up by 5 now. Or 6, excuse me. Rebound by Ware. Riggins tries for the layup. That misses. A foul is called, however. They're going to give it to Emma Hensley. And that is her third of the night. Riggins will go to the line. Robbinsville has opened up a 6-point lead. Riggins 0 for 2 so far here this afternoon. And makes that 0 for 3. as she hits the second. There's a scrum for the rebound. Foul called. Elby Dutcher called for her second infraction. Basket made by Zella Howard, it was. And I believe that was Riggins on the inadvertent smack that you heard. And one forthcoming could trim it to a 4-point ball game. 2-0 on Riggins. And as shots off, Riggins will pull down the board. Dutcher will bring it up the floor. It's out to Zaylee Chickalilly. Dutcher explores her options, so to speak. Foul over in the right corner. Called on Charlie Stalkup. Won't be a shooting foul. They'll inbound it. Novi Dutcher will take care of things. 5:27 to go in the third quarter. Ball plucked away. And Robbinsville will inbound. Drive in by Zaylee Chickalilly. Couldn't get the job done. Rebounded by Wolf. And ball stolen away by Emma Laney. Murphy basketball. Robbinsville still up by 5. Foul called. Foul charge to Riggins. That is her third of the evening. And back to the line goes Ella Howard. And she will make her first. Timeout called by Robbinsville. We'll pause with them, fans, here on the Gramstar Sports Network. All right, fans, going for the second part of the series is Miss Ella Howard. It is 32-28. Advantage Robbinsville, 4:41 to go in the third quarter. And we're glad you're with us here from Murphy High School on the Gramstar Sports Network. Howard goes 2 for 2 on the trip. It's 32-29. Aaliyah Wolf will push it up the floor. Greets Zaylee Chickalilly on the left side. Novi Dutcher sets a screen as Zachlin Chickalilly takes the duty. Dutcher now with it. Ball stripped away. Wolf dives on it, and it's a junk ball. And I can't see the possession clock down here below me, but looks like it will be Murphy basketball. Charlie Stalkup will inbound it to Ellie McClure. Don't forget, fans, we are with you for the duration. Up next, the main event, the varsity boys game, as 2 comes from Ellie Smith. 1-point ball game. Varsity boys game will determine this year's Smoky Mountain Conference champion. Robbinsville is the defending Smoky Mountain Conference champion. And we got a push charged against number 4, Novi Dutcher. That'll be foul numero tres on Miss Dutcher. Great crowd here, and people are still trickling in. They know the importance of this game here tonight. And foul is taken away. It's an offensive foul called on Ellie McClure. And you can hear the crowd underneath us here at Murphy expressing their dismay with the officials over that call. Third foul of the night on Miss McClure. Ball's loose. And it's a nasty fall right here below us between Abby Ware and Eiley Smith. It will be Murphy basketball. Carly Stalkup will inbound it. And it's successful to Ellie McClure. McClure, a sophomore for the Bulldogs. They are a mixture of freshmen all the way up to seniors. And now they're saying Miss McClure coughed it up out of bounds, and that's more to endear the officials to the home base. And we'll press on. Novi Dutcher looking for an inside bounce to Chickalilly, but that did not work out. It's intercepted by Ollie Smith. 2:33 left in the quarter. Dutcher steals. Here comes Zaylee Chickalilly, and it's simply swatted away by Charlie Stalkup. It is going to be Robbinsville basketball. Abby Ware inbounds it to Zaylee Chickalilly. Wolf steps across, but the shot doesn't drop either way. Jump ball called. It should be Robbinsville basketball. It is. A little invert touch. Smacked the pass down. Another junk ball called. Wow. Murphy will get it. Ware smacks it away and completes the transaction for two. Ball is eventually snagged by Abby Ware. Being broken up under the basket. 1:24 to go. And Robbinsville leading 34-31. And a foul called in transition on Novi Dutcher. Miss Dutcher has committed 4 fouls in this quarter, says the officials on hand. Now she's going to have to take a lengthy breather, or else her night is going to be over quick, fast, and in a hurry after coming in relief. 2-point ball game. Bentley Riggins. Foul called. foul went against Ella Howard, 54 seconds to go in the quarter. And nothing but the bottom of the net in passing on the first attempt. And Riggins comes up empty again. Travel called. And it will be Robbinsville inbound again under his own basket. 52 seconds left to go. And ball stolen away. Emma Laney got it to McClure. Low pass to Smith. Good pass back to Howard. Aaliyah Wolf breaks it up. Three-pointer gets off. Rebound. No dice. Zachlin Chickalilly will pull down the board. Robbinsville possession with 30 seconds to go before the end of the third. Murphy's got it. It's the mad scramble and a foul is called. .9 left to go. And I believe the foul is on Zaylee Chickalilly. And Miss McClure will miss her first. Nothing doing on the desperate heave at the buzzer. Robbinsville holding on to a 34-33 advantage. It's a one-point game again as we step into the fourth here on the Grand Star Sports Network. We're live, we're moving, and we can't get our graphics off the screen quick enough. Glad all of you are with us here from Murphy. 34-33 is the score. First foul of the night called on Zachlin Chickalilly. A tied ball game. Emma Hensley looking to push them ahead, and it won't happen. But we're all knotted up at 34 here in the fourth quarter, despite what my scoreboard says. I think we got it now. There we go. Interception by Emma Laney. You're watching her brothers on the football field. Ball swatted away by Zachlin Chickalilly. So denial by Chickalilly. Three-pointer. It's off. Rebounded by Abby Ware. Two for Zachlin Chickalilly will take care of business. That's Zachlin's first points of the night. Two on the other end in response. No doing. And now Zaylee Chickalilly and Emma Hensley get knotted up on a junk ball. Possession Murphy. 6:55 to go in this one. And of course it will be followed by the varsity boys game with the title on the line. Rebound by Abby Ware off the rim. Fast break up the floor, and she'll miss the layup. And a quick rebound by Emma Hensley. Here come the Bulldogs. Rebound by Hensley, and another jump ball call. Boy, the refs are quick on the trigger tonight, to say the very least. Allie Smith will check in for Charlie Stalkup. Abby Ware is going to inbound it to Zaylee Chickalilly. Whew. Another high-tempo start to a quarter in this one. They started this way in the first, and these girls are still full of spunk and energy here in the fourth. How about two for Bentley Riggins? And another assist for Abby Ware. That is 3 for the senior tonight to her classmate, Bentley Riggins. Riggins now with 7 points in the ball game, rebounded by Zachlyn Chickalilly on the other end. Full 60-second timeout taken on the floor by Brooklyn Lester. You see high-fiving her players as they come off the floor with a 4-point lead and 5:21 left to play. Right in the middle of that pile is 23-year-old Brooklyn Lester, who is strategizing with the Lady Knights, first-year head coach for Robbinsville. And she's led them to date to a 13-9 record, 5-6 in the Smoky Mountain Conference. A win tonight will help them finish at 500 in the division. And it'll be a spot inbound. Zaylin Phillips is going to try to get it in. Corner cleared by Zaylee Chickalilly, no dice. Lester, a native of Dobson, North Carolina. For you geography nuts, that's up around the Mount Airy, Pilot Mountain area of North Carolina. Rebound by Riggins. Robbinsville in the driver's seat. At the moment, control their own destiny here in this ball game. It's a low-scoring affair, and it did not look like it was going to be that way when this game started, to say the very least. Travel called. Chickalilly tried to save that rebound and get it loose before she traveled, but Carl Gentilista saw a little too much movement to give her a break. Four and a half minutes to play. Emma Hensley with some good hustle, trying to save it. Couldn't do so. Abby Ware is going to inbound it right next to her bench. And she gets it into Zaylee Chickalilly, guarded closely by Ollie Smith. Pass to Zaylin Phillips, back to Ware. Inside to Riggins for two. And a foul called on Bentley Riggins. Rebound by Zachlyn Chickalilly. Robbinsville up by 6. Foul is called on Holly Smith. That's her second of the night. Shot misses. Where it tries to rebound, he can't get a handle on it. Feed down the floor in a hard collision between Zaylin Phillips and Emma Hensley. Foul's called on Abby Ware. That is her third of the ball game. Rebound by Zaylee Chickalilly. Robbinsville by 6. 3:06 to play. Novi Dutcher to Ware. Zachlin Chickalilly has it. And Robbinsville is just going to try to play keep away, it looks like, for a moment. Nothing fancy. They had the advantage. Taking their time. Find a golden opportunity, and they get inside. Zaylin Phillips will draw a foul. Clock stops with 2:40 to go. And she makes her first. I beg your pardon, she missed her first, excuse me. Foul, by the way, was on Emma Laney. That is her second. Phillips misses her second. Robbinsville has not had a good night at the free throw line. This game could be a lot wider margin on the scoreline if they had. Foul called under the basket on the rebound. I believe that will be Zaylin Phillips. No, it's on Zachlin Chickalilly. Emma Hensley is going to shoot, I believe. No, it's going to be an inbound on the floor. How about that? Zaylin Phillips with a steal. Good way to make up for the 0-4 minute ago. Ware rebound. Ware putback goes all the way across, but does not go in the basket. Dutcher in. Misses her layup. Offensive foul called. It's going to be on Abby Ware. That'll be her fourth of the ball game. Murphy will get it back with 2 minutes to go and trailing by 6. And then it's 5 fouls on the Lady Knights. So Murphy is in the bonus. We'll go to the other end, and it'll be time for a 2-shot foul. My, oh my, what a crowd it has gathered here inside the Murphy High School gym. Emma Hensley goes 1 of 2, and a timeout is called. Full 60-second pause. Let's take it with them, fans. You're watching it live and in living color on the Graham Star Sports Network. All right, fans, 2 minutes on the nose left in this ball game. 40-35. or dare I say left in regulation. Kevin Hensley with you here on GramStarSports.com. Ball is stolen away. Murphy's got it. It was a Robbinsville inbound. It's a three-pointer for Kennedy White. 40-38. Look out. Daly Chickalilly is knocked out of bounds. And it looks like she's okay, thankfully. That is 5 fouls on Abby Ware. They're going to reset the clock 3 seconds, so they're going to go back to 1 minute and 46 seconds. Chickalilly is dinged up. And it looks like a quick 30-second timeout. Maybe it's been called. No, maybe not. Maybe it's a quick strategy session. I stand corrected, folks. I apologize. It was 5 fouls on Kennedy White for Murphy. So White is out of the game. That is the end of her night. She can go to the bench and watch the rest of the night on the seat. And a controversial call here at the gym. A jump ball was called, but they're saying that Miss Lester called a timeout for Robbinsville before it occurred. 1:38 to go. And looks like we're going to take another break, fans. A lot of moving parts here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Man, what an atmosphere. We're glad all of you are with us wherever you're tuned in. That's why we're bringing it to you, folks. But there's a big part of me that wants to say, I wish you were here with us tonight at Murphy High School to experience the emotion here tonight. Zaylee Chickalilly and Charlie Stalkup have a collision. And that's the third foul called elsewhere on the floor on Eiley Smith. Zaylee Chickalilly will make her first. And perhaps a lane violation. Sometimes we have the best seat in the house up here, and sometimes we're kind of disconnected when we're not down on the baseline taking pictures and can't really tell what the calls are. Emma Hensley with a layup. It's a 1-point ball game with a buck 18 to go. Ball's loose. Murphy has it. Emma Hensley for the go-ahead. She's got 2 with a minute 12 to go. Travel call on Chickalilly. Oh my! Final call, full 60-second pause, and the crowd is on their feet. We'll be right back, everybody. All right, fans, we're back. We're live, and the action is getting intense here in Murphy High School. Buck 7 to play. Murphy has taken a 42-41 lead. It is Bulldogs basketball under their own basket. And you're watching the exciting conclusion here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Looks like Ellie McClure stepped out of bounds. And the fans here in Cherokee County are booing. But it was the right call by Mr. Doolittle. It is Robbinsville basketball. And we got an offensive foul called on Zachlin Chickalilly. Murphy will get it back. Murphy holding all the cards here. Robbinsville has the foul. 32 seconds to play. And there it was. That's Abby Ware. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the end of her night for sure. Ware is done for the night. She has to sit down as well, so both threes for both teams are out of it. Carly Stalkup is at the foul line. And she will miss her first. Boy, every bit of insurance Murphy can build right now could be huge. Right now, they got to at least be able to make this one to force Robbinsville to make, at the very least, a layup. And it's off. Bentley Riggins gets the rebound. 26 seconds to play. Robbinsville with plenty of time. Timeout called. Smart one by head coach Brooklyn Lester. They're going to do the strategy session with 20.6 left to go in the game. We'll be right back, everybody. All right, folks, 20 seconds to play. Ball is in. Let's see what Robbinsville has drawn up. Three for Chickalilly for the win. It's off. Aaliyah Wolf tries to go for the rebound. His last touch. Battle Lady Knights. Bulldogs basketball. 10 seconds to play. Robbinsville needs to pick it off. And I believe Gary Thompson has now called a timeout. Oh, my. Stay with us, fans. 10 seconds to go here on the Graham Star Sports Network. All right, we're down to the nitty-gritty. 10 seconds to play. Welcome back, everybody, to the Graham Star Sports Network. Murphy will inbound it in Robbinsville territory. And even 10 seconds left to play. Murphy with a 1-point lead. Bulldogs have it. Emma Hensley to the basket. And there's the insurance that the Lady Bulldogs needed. Brooklyn Lester will call another timeout. 3.9 to go. But now the Bulldogs have a 3-point lead. Timeout again, fans. We will be right back, possibly for the last time in this ball game, on GrahamStarSports.com. Both fan bases are on their feet, cheering on their teams. Robbinsville has 3.9 seconds to try and get a miracle basket here at the buzzer. Let's see what they've drawn up. Bentley Riggins is going to inbound it. It's a heave down the floor. Couple of steps. Chickalilly at the buzzer. It's off. Murphy wins it. Final score 44-41 as the Lady Bulldogs will pick up the victory tonight. And man, what a ball game these two programs brought to us. Great job by both teams as these young ladies have brought quite an exciting ball game to us here this afternoon. We're 10 minutes away from the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship game, where it will be Robbinsville and Murphy duking it out for the boys championship. We'll have it for you. It's live. It's right here. It's on the Graham Star Sports Network. Just be patient with us, fans. We'll be back in 10 with the opening festivities, the announcement of our starting lineups, and, of course, tip-off. And we hope you'll stay with us for the duration here in Murphy, North Carolina. We'll be right back, everybody. We're live from Murphy High School, and we are back with you for the nightcap. It is the Smoky Mountain Conference Boys Championship game. You see it right there on your screen. Robbinsville and Murphy duked it out this season, and both programs only have one loss in the conference. And barring the craziest upset of all time tomorrow night, no offense to the Rosa Tigers, but they are winless in conference play this season. This is it. This is the one that determines the Smoky Mountain Conference champion. Robbinsville is the defending Smoky Mountain Conference champion. They've won it 2 out of the last 3 seasons. We're here. We got it for you. You're watching the right place, the Graham Star Sports Network. Let's go down to the floor for our opening introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the North Carolina High School Athletics Association. Robert Nuts. David Rhymes. Sports together with we're there, centuries, racing, collective minds, the color of simulated actions, the record of anyone is not just been will not be tolerated, right from a move to this kind of competition. They'll make a right one. So they get to a lot of regardless of sports for English confidence. Sportsmanship. Together we make the whole body. And now the starting lineup probably felt like this. Number 1, Samuel Trotsky. Number 3, Luke Levin. Number 4, Michael Cincinnati. Number 11, Nathan Gregory. And number 15, David Thomas. And it goes to the please. Ladies and gentlemen.
You want to talk about a rocking atmosphere, fans? It has gotten amped up. There's even more people that have trickled in for this nightcap. We're going to tip off Friday at 8 p.m., it looks like. Bulldogs off camera doing a quick team prayer. Nathan Frederick at half court awaiting the presence of his opposition. Looks like it's going to be number 15, Abram Twiggs, that will be tipping off for the Murphy Bulldogs. And the Smoky Mountain Conference title game is underway live here on the Grimstar Sports Network. And the opening tip goes off at 7:59 p.m. And Dayton immediately tries a three, but it's no dice, and we're underway. Liz goes for two, misses it off the rebound. Offensive foul called on Twiggs. I beg your pardon. Looks like a foul went on number 14. That is Elijah Twiggs. We're going to go ahead and make an educated guess and say that is his twin brother, a senior, as is Abram. Luke Levin, the senior point guard for Robbinsville, will bring it up the floor. That is Samuel Wachacha bringing it inside for Robbinsville. It's off the backboard. Isaac T. Satiski will clean it up and get the first points of the ball game. And on the other end, ball getting passed around. That is Brian Payne. Inside feed to Abram Twiggs. Basket's up. And it looks like there was a little bit of camping going on. Nothing doing. Frederick in trouble and tries to get to Knott, and under pressure, Knott coughs it up out of bounds. Will be inbounded by Murphy. Ryan Payne to Tyler Payne. And the family circle continues. Kel Harger inside feed. And there's Tyler Payne going inside, foul called. A little bit of a conference. Foul is called on Nathan Frederick. That'll be his first of the ball game. And Mr. Tyler Payne makes his first. And completes the series. 2-2 ball game. Timeout called by Robbinsville. It will be a 30-second breather as we'll take it with them on GramStarSports.com. Quick pause and we're back live. 2-2 ball game. We're early in it, fans. Smoky Mountain Conference title game coming your way. Kevin Hensley and the illustrious Bella Eddings on the floor getting some shots of this ball game for geosnapshot.com, our photo hub, and of course the Gram Star, our core product, which we have yet to discuss with you, but we'll bring you a little bit about that at halftime. And make sure you're up to date. Ball stolen away by Murphy as we resume action. Foul is called on Kazik Tisateski. That's his first of the ball game. And the Bulldogs will inbound it right under their goal. How about the 6'6" Abram Twiggs dominating in the paint? And another foul called. And it's once again on Tisateski. First one is in. And the second one is off. Kason Buchanan gets it, but it's intercepted by Kel Harker for two more. Bulldogs up 5-2 here in the first quarter. And here comes Luke Lovin. Only basket so far has came from Kazik Tisateski. Travel called inside. First time these two programs met was January the 22nd, and it was the only conference loss of the year for Murphy. Robbinsville picking up a 60-57 victory in Graham County. And that one is picked off by Nathan Frederick. Here comes Levin. Three-pointer is off. Rebound by Wachacha. Fades it to Nod. It's off as well. And the ball is rebounded by the Bulldogs. Ryan Payne inside. It's off. And a Nutt will take the board. Thank you very much. Levin driving. Tries to get it low pass inside. Frederick tries to salvage it. Can't do so. Quick feed down the floor. Put back for two is good for Ryan Payne. Murphy leads 7-2. And a foul called. Looks like that is going to be against Ryan Payne. That, of course, will be his first of the night. And Luke Lovin is out. Christian Valzio is in for Robbinsville. And Knott, it's off of him. Knott for three, it's good. Well, I tell you, fans, Dane Knott averaging around 20 points a ball game this season. When he gets warmed up outside, he is dangerous. Certainly big enough to see that, no doubt, if you're a Black Knight. And how about a pair of blocks? And finally, some success on the effort under the net by Abram Twiggs as Murphy leads at 9-5. And a big denial on the other end. Luke Levin was going in for the basket and couldn't do so. Shot is off. Luke Levin rebounds, and he'll get the basket for two. Ball stolen away by Dane Knott. Bozio coming in from out of the frame. They're moving so fast I can't keep up with them, fans. I apologize. Knott for three will miss. Rebounded by Abram Twiggs. And here come the Bulldogs. 9-7 with 2:36 to play in the first quarter. Putback for two by Kel Harger. Murphy leads 11-7. Ball stolen away. And nothing doing. Luke Levin will grab the cleanup job, bring it to the other end. Low pass inside to Nathan Frederick. And the foul is called on Abram Twiggs. It'll be his first. Rangers makes his first. And his second. Robbinsville staying hot on the heels of the Bulldogs. It's 11-9. Smacked down by Casey Buchanan. Christian Bozio brings it back up the floor. Feed to the top corner. Luke Levin will shoot a three, and it's off. How about that job from Dane Knott? We're all tied up. Oh, baby. 48 seconds to play in the first quarter. Foul is called. Foul goes against Casey Buchanan. That'll be his first. Ball is in and out. Rebound, nothing doing. Dane Knott will get the board. Fans, it is standing room only here in the Murphy High School Gymnasium. No doubt many historic games have been played on this floor over the years. And you're seeing another one for the record books right now. Fazio makes a terrible choice. No better way to slice that one up, fans. Got off the side of the backboard. 4.7 left in the quarter, and it looks like Aaron Harger's going to check in for the final 4.7 of the quarter. We'll roll it in to save some time. Luke Lovin with short time. Looks like an offensive foul is called on Casey Buchanan. That's his second of the quarter. We're tied up at 11 all. Flick will slice the net, but at the bottom part. And after one quarter, we're pretty much where we started, 11-11. You're watching us live here on the Grimstar Sports Network. Quarter number 2 is underway here on the Grimstar Sports Network. And as I said, we are right back where we started. It's 11-11, and we're in a deadlock. No discernible advantage at the moment. Murphy got off to a 7-2 start. Robbinsville thundered back. And here we are. The Smoky Mountain Conference Boys Championship is up for grabs. In case you're wondering, Cherokee has wrapped up the Girls Championship. Another dominant season for the Lady Braves. Frederick inside for 2. Robbinsville gets the lead. No assists there. Frederick had to take about 4 steps to get to the bucket. Ball's out, last touch by Luke Lovin. And coming in off the bench is Abram Twiggs for Elijah Twiggs. And it's a dogfight. Kellen Inslee is in the game. Robbinsville has it. Dane Knott flying below us. Goes for a pump shot, and he gets it for 2. Robbinsville up by 4. Don't look now. Three-pointer is off. No dice. Dane Knott again with the rebound. Pulls back behind. Lovin to Frederick. And back out to the point guard. He's strategizing. Fazio also thinking about his game plan. He had 26 the other night at Hayesville. Dane Knott had 20. Robbinsville has just been cooking lately. 19-3 season for the Black Knights under head coach Jake Beasley. And ball goes out. Robbinsville's got it again. 6 minutes to go before halftime. And Bazio back to Knott. Lovin for 3. It's off. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. And a nice extended layup by Tyler Payne. Murphy finally strikes here in the second quarter. Head coach Heath Curtis seems satisfied with the result right here below us. Ball is out, last touch by Luke Lovin. Bill Harger goes for a three, nothing doing. Offensive foul called on Abram Twiggs. So I'll turn it over to the Robbinsville Black Knights, and, well, the Murphy student section giving the referees a piece of their mind. Fazio cannot find any breathing room. Finally does for a moment. Nathan Frederick has it. Ball plucked away, however, by Twiggs. Corner three. Indeed. Corner three for Elijah Twiggs. Bulldogs back out front. 16-15. 4:35 to play in the second quarter. Love in response for two is going to be off the back of the rim. And rebounded by the Bulldogs. They dump it off to the point guard, Tyler Payne. Ball stolen away by Luke Levin. And he'll clean up the accident down there by Dane Knott. Robbinsville got it back, and we got a seesaw battle developing here in the second stanza. Under a quadruple effort. How about that effort by Abram Twiggs? Would not be denied on that basket. And one forthcoming foul charged to Luke Levin. That's his first. Audible Robbinsville fans down here below us that are chirping at the refs now. A lot of emotion in here, fans. A lot of people wanting this one in their corner, no doubt, without question. And the end one is no good, and we got a tussle for the ball. Shot is on the floor. I believe Kellen Inslee is going to be the charged White Knight, and he is. That is his second foul of the ball game. 3:56 left to go. So it'll simply be a Murphy inbound this time. No shooting foul. Robbinsville with two fouls this quarter. Murphy with one. Kel Harger for two in the paint. And it's off. Rebound inside again to Abram Twiggs. And an infraction will cough it up. Bulldogs have finally lost possession. Seemed like they were never going to lose the ball in their territory. Dane Daniels checks in for Kellen Inslee off camera for the Black Knights. Thank all of you for joining us. We still have people tuning into the game, it looks like, on GramStarSports.com. We appreciate you supporting our efforts, bringing you the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship game live and in living color. It's our privilege to be bringing you varsity basketball for the first time this season. And we're sad to say that's the first one out of the driver's seat this year. How about a bucket for Grayson Hall for Murphy as the Bulldogs are up 20-17. You missed us earlier. We are also working to try and get tournament coverage. If either Robbinsville team makes the championship finals of the tournament, we're trying to broker a deal for that. 30-second timeout is called by head coach Jake Beasley. Let's just stay here for a moment and try to gather our bearings, so to speak. Take an overhead shot here of Jake Beasley strategizing with his Black Knights. Beasley has led the Black Knights to two Smoky Mountain Conference titles in the last 3 seasons, and they are the defending champions of the league. The Smoky Mountain Conference tournament will be held here at Murphy this season, so we've already discussed an idea with AD Joseph Watson. Hopefully we'll be able to broadcast the finals if a Robbinsville team reaches the finals. Appreciate Mr. Watson and the Murphy High School crew for always being so accommodating to us anytime we make a trip here to Cherokee County. And let's get the ball game back up and running after the quick breather, 30-second pause. 20-17 19 is the score. I beg your pardon. I have 20-17 on the scoreboard. Excuse me. Lazio playing some close defense. Quick flick inside, broken up by Dane Daniels. 2:46 to go before halftime. Checking in is Grayson Hall. Checking out is going to be Elijah Twiggs. We were steady in the race for 3 solid years, bringing you, or maybe even 4 solid years, frankly, bringing you Graham Star Sports coverage of Black Knights athletics, and it all came to a screeching halt over the summer. And we won't say more about it than that. It's already been well documented. But we're glad to be with you tonight for such a crucial title game as Kel Hardger dumps off 2 and makes it 22-19 Bulldogs. Still been documenting all of the Black Knights accomplishments in the Graham Star. The main product, of course, the core product of the Graham Star Sports Network, your hometown newspaper since 1955. Unparalleled sports coverage for the Black Knights, the best you'll ever find. How about a 3-pointer? For Grayson Hall. Boy, he's been great off the bench tonight. 25-21 here in the second. Bulldogs up by 4. Hall to Bazio. Boy, he just can't find any open room. They're really shutting him down, trapping him over in the corner. With that defense, that neutralizes a big scoring threat, I'll say that. 1:28 to play before the break. The shot is off. Rebound by Dane Knott. As soon as we have the conference tournament brackets, we will get those posted on social media. We also mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. Robbinsville is done after tonight. This is it for the regular season. Murphy still has to play one tomorrow, and it is at Rosman. That is how they'll wrap up the regular season. Air ball rebounded by Dane Daniels. And Luke Levin hits off the back of the rim on a 3-point attempt. And that one air mails as well. So some wild shots being put up here in the latter stages of quarter number dos. Rebound for Mr. Daniels again. "17 seconds to play in the quarter. Robbinsville would at least like to get it within spitting distance, as we say in the South. And how about 2 from Dane Knott? That should do the trick. Murphy may fire a salvo at the buzzer, though, and they're going to try it. It's in. Big shot at the buzzer for Grayson Hall. Boy, has he been big in relief or what? In the adulation of his teammates. And he'll send the Murphy Bulldogs to the locker room with a 28-23 halftime lead. How about that? A little dunk action to bring you back into the second half, fans. We are live from Murphy High School. Kevin Hensley with you on the Graham Star Sports Network for the second half of play. 7:28 to go. And we'll get our scoreboard to catch up with us. It'll be 30-23 Bulldogs. Smoky Mountain Conference title game coming your way in the nightcap. Two for Kozik. T. Sateski will go awry, but a foul is called on the rebound attempt. So he'll get a chance at the line. Back and forth game in the second quarter. Murphy pulled away late. And T. Sateski will make his first. Foul, by the way, went against Elijah Twiggs. Second one is missed, and the rebound pulled down by Kel Harger. Two for Tyler Payne. You got out of hearing my newspaper plug during halftime, fans, but you're not out of the woods yet. Stay tuned. Foul called on the rebound. Looks like it would against Nathan Frederick for Robbinsville. If I'm not mistaken, that is his second of the night. And it is. Both teams now have one apiece. And one on the way. And it's off. Rebounded by Frederick. Only his second board of the night. Boy, the Bulldogs have a real good game plan. They have really stymied a lot of Robbinsville's defensive attack. And if you ever ask head coach Jake Beasley, that is what he thrives on, is their defense. He loves to be a defensive-minded coach. And now it's Ryan Payne pushing the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs. Kel Harger eyeing Luke Lovin here on defense, swirling around into the paint and into the corner. Three-pointer is off. Kazik T has it. Three-pointers off. Boy, the shots are just not dropping from long way outside. Luke Lovin hits a two on the rebound. Timeout called. Robbinsville trails 34-26. We will be right back, everybody. And we are back. 34-26 with 5:30 left to go in the third quarter. Kevin Hensley on the call with you tonight on behalf of the Graham Star Sports Network. Frederick again with the rebound. Lovin will bring it up the floor. 3 rebounds tonight for Frederick. As I mentioned, the Bulldogs done a fine job of stymieing most of Robbinsville's defensive strengths in this ball game. And the Knights are going to have to pick it up. Who for Frederick will do the trick. That's a good way to get it going. Give the assist to Lovin. And two in response for Harger. So the Bulldogs will maintain that 6 to 8 point lead. They're up by 5 at halftime. A dunk started the third quarter just as we came back live. Off the third quarter inbound, big denial by Twiggs. And how about that? Got the putback on the hard foul. Did Mr. Twiggs. A lot of the Twigs with a big flex. What do you think, the Bulldogs are fired up or what? Foul goes against Nathan Frederick. That is his third of the ball game. And one is good. 11-point ball game. Two inside, nothing doing. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. And the ball is stuck. Well, it won't take long with some of these lanky players to get that done. Kel Harger will get the trick and pull it down right away. Ryan Payne will inbound it. Rebound goes against Samuel Wachacha. That is his first of the night. And Abram Twiggs will head to the charity stripe. And his first attempt will miss. Second one will be a success. Murphy has opened up a 12-point lead here in the third quarter over Robbinsville in the title game. Now remember, Robbinsville won by 3, 60-57 at its place on January the 22nd. Rebound by Lovin as they're just passing it all around the horn here, trying to get something going. Foul called on Abram Twiggs. That's 4 rebounds and 2 assists for Luke Lovin. Lovin is going to inbound it out of our camera view. Unfortunately, we have a big support beam right here in our way. Thought they changed their mind about it. Bosio is going to inbound it right here next to the bench. Okay, easy enough. There we go. Murphy in possession. And a foul called on Kaizek T. Sateski. I believe that'll be his third of the night. And looks like Elijah Twiggs will miss his first. 2:02 left to play here in the third quarter. We'll thankfully be back on the air with another night of Black Knights basketball. 1-2 trip for Elijah Twiggs. Black Knight Athletics for that matter. And a 2 in response for the speedy Samuel Wachacha. Preshaw setting a new program record for Robbinsville in the 1 mile run at the indoor track meet yesterday in Winston-Salem. The young man is like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going and going and going and going and winning a state title in the 4x4 relay. How about that? Long 3 for Dane Knott. And the Black Knights, well, I thought they called a timeout, so did most of the bench, but apparently not. Dane Knott hit the 3. Off the assist from Luke Lovin. It is an 8-point ball game. 1:23 to go, and even the bench took off to the floor, but Jake Beasley said, nay, there is not a timeout. Keep playing, boys. Didn't want to burn a timeout. I'm not sure if someone misinterpreted something he said as a timeout or what the deal was. I'm not sure what happened there. That was kind of a strange situation. How about a 3 in response on the other end for Tyler Payne? And the Bulldogs, they're up by 11. 44-33 Murphy. Travel calls. No, I stand corrected. It's a foul on Murphy. And I believe it is on Kel Harger. Lovin's going to inbound it. Not three is good. And Robbinsville has cut it back down to an 8-point deficit. Yogi Berra once said it ain't over till it's over. Ain't not his call for that foul. He is trampled right over Mr. Hall, Grayson Hall for Murphy, and the foul is going to stand. That's 5 on Robbinsville in this quarter, so Murphy will get a shot here at 2. Another 1-for-2 trip to the line for the Bulldogs. That may be an Achilles heel tonight for Murphy. They have not had a lot of successful 2-for-2 trips to the line. It's mostly been a split billing whenever they have ventured to the charity stripe. They are up by 9 at the moment. 18 seconds to play in the third quarter. Deflection, 8 seconds to play. Murphy still has it. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Kaiser Tisateski. Short time, and Robbinsville can't do anything with it. Luke Lovin's Hail Mary pass will end up going nowhere. Robbinsville will trail Murphy 45-36 when we begin the fourth quarter, and we'll be right back here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Welcome back, everyone. It is the fourth quarter of the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship game, and you're watching it here on the Graham Star Sports Network. 45-36, Murphy Bulldogs are in the driver's seat and 1 quarter away from dethroning the Robbinsville Black Knights, who are currently the title holders after last season. Great crowd on hand, great crowd joining us here on pay-per-view. Further proof, of course, that live streams do not hurt the live gate. We are watching it with our own eyes tonight. And another twig would not be denied. Elijah Twiggs just continued to wrestle that ball around. Robbinsville's defense couldn't slow him down, and he eventually got the basket for 2. Bulldogs up by 11 with 7:08 to play. Ball gets away. Lachacha takes the steal and gets the layup. And a layup for 2 in response for Kel Harger. Harger with a steal on the other end. Robbinsville just can't get any sustained momentum going in this ball game. Harger again for 2. Murphy with a 13-point lead over the Robbinsville Black Knights. 11 for 3, it's off. Abram Twiggs rebounds. Tyler Payne kicks it out at the last second to Elijah Twiggs for 2 more. 15-point lead. And Knott's 3 is off the mark. Bulldogs again. Ball is broken up. Foul called. Coming into the game for Robbinsville is Elijah Kirkland and Kellen Inslee. Kirkland, one of the fifth quarter players, so to speak, the flex players, I like to call them, that are able to play on both teams due to a rule enacted by the NCHSAA. Really helps the smaller schools that don't have a lot of roster depth. And an 0 for 2 trip. Wachacha gets the rebound. Kirkland out, back into Wachacha, misses the layup. Foul called. And Wachacha is called for the foul. Ball careens off into the Murphy bench. Will be a Murphy inbound. Tyler Payne will take you right in front of the bench, right next to head coach Heath Curtis. Frederick steals it. Wachacha three is good. Don't sleep on Wachacha fans. Here he comes again. Still, it's off the backboard, but he can be a three-point knockout when he wants to be as well. Two in response, no dice, but a two for Abram Twiggs. Frederick has to go in. Foul called on Abram Twiggs. Timeout called on the floor. The 30-second pause here at Murphy High School as you are watching the Smoky Mountain Conference championship game between the Robbinsville Black Knights and the Murphy Bulldogs. And we're glad all of you are with us, wherever you may be tuned in, as this capacity crowd is tuned in, as both teams are strategizing. We can't even see the home bleachers beneath us here, but I can promise you it is packed to the gills, just like the visitor bleachers that you saw a moment ago. Murphy just redid their floor a couple of years ago. Looks absolutely pristine. Got the dark flooring outside the paint, and it does look sharp. $14-point ball game with 4:40 to go. Robbinsville is running out of time to develop some answers. Murphy is dominating in the paint, and this is a whole different ball game than the one that was played in Graham County 3 weeks ago. Inbound to Nathan Frederick. Day can't find any open room. Inside feed to Kirkland, back out to Wachacha for three. He'll find open pay dirt. And it's back to an 11-point ball game. Wachacha again, boy, is he opened up here in the fourth. Knott with a long three, it's in. Look out, Knights trail by 8. Robbinsville still has life. 3:55 to go. Robbinsville has to capitalize. They have got to stop the Bulldogs. If they have any prayer of winning this ball game. believe that was Aaron Harger that was called for camping in the lane there. Foul called, and it is on Kel Harger. How about the back-to-back threes for Wachacha, and Dane Knott closing the gap for Robbinsville. Boy, those were some clutch shots. All sparks out of bounds. Last touch by Aaron Harger. Play fans looking all around this gym, especially down here below us in the home section. A lot of folks are standing, even if they're supposed to be seated. Everyone on the edge of their seat at the very least. Ball plucked away from Elijah Kirkland. As I said, 8-point ball game. Wachacha playing really tight defense on Tyler Payne. High heave to Kel Harger. 30-second timeout call by the Bulldogs. With 3:09 to play, Murphy leads 55-47. All right, here we go. Ball's tipped up in the air off the inbound. Good work by Elijah Kirkland. But onward we go. How about Dane Knott with the block and the steal? Wachacha to Kirkland. Inside feed to Frederick is picked off by Elijah Twiggs. And he tries to break some ankles along the way. Can't lose your focus. Knott strips it. Last touched by Knott. Murphy inbound. That's 2 blocks tonight for Dane Knott, by the way. And if I've got my count right, 4 steals for the senior guard, Dane Knott. And we're going to need a towel. It looks like we got a wet spot on the floor. Understandably so. Both these teams are playing their guts out, giving it all they have here in the Smoky Mountain Conference Championship game in Murphy. Inbound coming. It's going to be Ryan Payne taking it. Abram Twiggs gets the layup and draws the foul. We're at a pivotal point, fans. Every shot counts. Foul is on Samuel Wachacha. That is his 4th of the ball game. And one again, no good. Murphy struggling at the foul line tonight. But it is a 10-point game now. Nonetheless, Luke Lovin back in the game at point. After a much-needed breather, Kirkland steps out before he can get it fed off. Bulldogs basketball with 2:22 to play. Abram Twiggs for 2. And look out, Murphy back up by 12. Foul is on Tyler Payne for Murphy. Lovin for 2 is in. Timeout call. Good pass from outside in by Dane Knott. And the Knights have got some making up to do. Down by 10 with 2:04 left to play. All right, fans, 2:04 to play. Murphy leading 59-49 in the Smoky Mountain Conference title game. Quick pickup, almost lost it, and he overcompensates as a result. Putback no good. Twiggs on take 3 will get the job done. 61-49. Wachacha coughs it up. And a timeout called by Murphy. Heath Curtis is not a happy human being down here for Murphy. Full timeout is charged to the Bulldogs. We'll be right back, everybody. All right, 61-49 Murphy. $1:40 left to go in the ball game. Let's say about it from half court. Why not? Right in front of the legendary Matt and Brooklyn Cox, Jonathan Allison, Adam Wachacha all sitting there on the front row, getting a bird's eye view of the action. And a foul is called on Kaiser Teske. And that is 4 on Kaiser T. No, I'll check that. It is 5 on Kaiser. He is out. Kellen Inslee will check in for him. Isaac Teske, of course, formerly played at Murphy. Almost looked like another lifetime. They actually played here in middle school. We're switching to Robbinsville. Really matured as a young man. Great to see that. Harzer goes 2 for 2. A rare 100% success for Murphy tonight. 3 for Luke Lovin is off. Rebound is no good. Harzer again. Bulldogs are up by 16, fans, with 1:18 to go, and this one is looking like it's pretty much wrapped up. Lovin for 3 is going to get the job done. But Murphy still up by 13 with 1:06 to play. And really all the Bulldogs have to do at this point is play keep away. Twiggs just has to wait for the timing, and he'll draw a foul. 48 seconds to go. We expected a lot of intensity. We expected a lot of finesse. We expected it to be a tight game, and it was for about the first half. Abram Twiggs will go to the foul line. Kellen Inslee is charged with his third, infraction of the night. And one will be good, and it's a 3-point play. And it's another 16-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Samuel Wachacha comes up empty on his 3-point attempt. Abram Twiggs with a hard-fought rebound. Remember, fans of the playoffs, Murphy now a 2A school. Robbinsville is in the 1A classification. And it looks like all that's left is for the clock to take down to 0. You hear the applause coming from the Murphy side of the gym. Foul called, or actually a travel, on Elijah Twiggs. Robbinsville's going to have to inbound it with 17 seconds left. And really all they'll be able to do with that is, of course, make it look a little bit more respectable on the final stat line. 3-pointer's no good. Rebound no good. Brian Page is going to hold on to it. And that's it, fans. The Murphy Bulldogs have captured this year's Smoky Mountain Conference Championship. Final score is 68-52. And we're grateful all of you have chosen to join us for our exclusive coverage of tonight's 4-game set on the road at Murphy High School. It's been a fun ride here in Cherokee County tonight. But now it's time to head back to Graham County and, of course, Try to get everything documented for the Graham Star in next week's edition. We'll keep you updated, as we mentioned already, on the tournament bracket on our social media. The tournament is set to begin, I believe, over the weekend. I don't hold me to that. Let's see how things shake out first. There's Bella coming back in to check with us after spending her night on the court downstairs. For Bella, I'm Kevin Hensley, wishing all of you a great rest of your evening. And thank you once again for joining us here on pay-per-view on the Graham Star Sports Network. Pass complete. First on to Isaac Collins. And that may be trouble. Tonight. 4-3. Lincoln Orr. She'll break away. And she'll slide in under. And speaking of Braden, we talked him into existence. He'll dump it off. It's a lot of good athletes.